Now you're looking for trouble condition.
Live on Saturday night, which, by the way, there was a trailer for Saturday night, which I didn't know this was a thing. It looks very interesting. I'm pretty.
I have not seen the trailer. I've heard of the movie. Like,
yeah.
The only thing that I knew that was that Dylan O'Brien was cast in it. That was about it.
Oh, is he really? He's not in the trailer.
He's got like a mustache. He's got like a lot of prosthetics, like a mustache, I think, and the long Beetle looking haircut. I think I haven't seen the trailer. I've only seen a few still images here and there.
Is he playing Jim Henson?
Let me see. I don't think he is. He might be. That'd be kind of crazy. Let me see. He is playing Dan Aykroyd. I did not know Finn Wolfhard was in the movie, or Rachel Sennett, or Willem Dafoe, or J.K. Simmons. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at this. That's insane.
Yeah, Finn Wolfhard is in the movie for or in the trailer for a second.
Okay. Yeah. No, I haven't seen anything on it yet. But I have heard a lot of positive things about this movie to the point where there's Oscar talk about it and stuff like that, which I didn't think a movie about Saturday Night Live would get there.
Right.
But,
no, the trailer looked really good.
Yeah. Did it give a release date?
I don't know, actually. I don't recall.
Oh wow. It's coming out literally in a month, October 11th. October 11th.
Oh, okay.
That's really quick. But hey, let's go good. I know it's Jason Reitman. So I don't think he's really done he doesn't do a lot of my favorite movies, but he's still a very good director. I like his craftsmanship behind the camera. Let's see. Oh, let me pull this thing up here, though. Oh. Shit. I don't even have Beetlejuice 2 pulled up. I have the Beetlejuice cartoon show pulled up. Oh, Jesus. Did you ever watch that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, I watched that every morning. Back Saturday mornings when I woke up, he would be there. Or sometimes on Cartoon Network, he would be there, honestly.
Looks like I'm drinking whiskey. I am just drinking root beer.
Oh, it looks like I'm drinking Coke Zero. It's actually whiskey. What are you doing down there?
What?
It looks like you're writing your notes as you go.
I am writing, not notes though. I'm working on this training program off of the application that was sent.
Oh, I got you. For sure. Did you start recording?
Yeah, we've been recording.
Right on. Cool. Well, how's everyone doing? Welcome to another episode of American Werewolves. I am one of
Welcome to American Werewolves, your favorite horror podcast. My name is Jerry, and this here
and I'm Brandon.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that exciting?
And we're here to talk about not one Beetlejuice, but two Beetlejuices.
I have my thumb out. Yeah, two Beetlejuice.
Don't say it again.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, fuck.
He's right there. Yes, we are talking about Beetlejuice, the long anticipated sequel to the cult classic Warner Brothers film from the 80s. Yeah, I know it was 80s for sure. This is why I need notes together. 88. One of my favorite movies ever. Honestly, I love Beetlejuice. I'm not even a crazy Tim Burton fan, but I love Beetlejuice a lot. Like, um, that was I think like my film that got me. That was like my gateway horror movie. You know what I mean? Which I'm sure this one is probably going to be like the same way for a lot of kids that watch this movie for the first time that
We'll
haven't
see
seen the
about that.
first one. But this is like an overall love movie. Like, oh, everyone knows Beetlejuice, honestly. Um, and yeah, it's a classic for a reason. It's really funny. It's very original, very weird, and it's a movie that shouldn't work, and it definitely does, and it stood the test of time. I was just rewatching it last night, honestly, and it still held up for me. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about the first one.
It's been a
Uh,
very, very long time since I've seen it.
really.
I remember loving it, but it has been a fat minute since I have seen it.
I think if you watched it again, especially with the Halloween season pretty much here, I think you're gonna enjoy it a lot. Still, I think you might enjoy it even more as an adult. There's going to be a lot more jokes in there that you probably didn't catch when you were younger.
Probably because I watched The Cat in the Hat as an adult, and let me tell you, I love that shit so much.
I'm trying not to choke on my whiskey. Um, okay, side topic. That movie is the greatest not so kids adult comedy film out there.
I'm so mad that we will never get another live action Dr. Seuss because
Because this movie messed it up for
they
everyone.
need to all be like that.
They really, oh my, I don't know how. It's one of those movies where I'm like, I don't know how it passed beyond boardrooms of people and test screenings, and they were like, "Yes, this is the Dr. Seuss movie that's gonna
If
work and make us money."
if I had like Thanos trying to kill me and I could pick one fictional character to defend my life, I would pick Mike Myers' Cat in the Hat.
I can see it now. Oh man, you just like
He would obliterate him.
you just take his like hat out and start shooting it as a cannon or a gun. I don't know, like the things you can pull out of there. He's like the Mary Poppins of really weird and fucked up shit.
It's a great movie.
See, yeah, it's a better movie than this one. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Um. So I guess we'll get into it with Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, long awaited sequel, highly anticipated, a sequel that I did not want to fucking begin with. Um, but a lot of people were happy about it. A lot of people were excited. I was not because I know how we are huge movie fans. We know how this goes. Whenever a sequel to a longtime classic starts coming out or getting closer and closer, it's and then when it finally releases, it's just baiting on your nostalgia for that first one. A lot of these requels, reboots, sequels do that, and a part of me was holding out hope that while I was aware it was probably still going to do a lot of that stuff, do a lot of callbacks to that first movie, and I was hoping it would try something new, if not at least be entertaining, but still keep that originality and that like weird flair that first one kept. Um, I had doubts that would be the case because Tim Burton, he hasn't really been. Um, I can't tell you the last movie I watched of his where I was like, "Damn, I love that." Um, I want to say maybe that was Corpse Bride. No, Frank and Winnie. That was like the last one I watched where I'm like, okay, he was a good one. But I was still, huge fan of the first one. Part of me was curious, so I went in with low expectations, but still an open mind. And having coming out of the movie, I, I hated it for the first hour, and then it picks up the last 40 minutes for me. Because to me, that's when the plot for this movie actually like picks up and takes off. I don't know about for you, but my experience was a weird one. Like every time there was a joke or something, I wasn't laughing. I thought like a lot of the jokes really fell flat in that first half. There's a lot of build up. The only times I was honestly laughing is when Michael Keaton came on screen, or like a few characters here and there with like their quirkiness, but you can tell he was carrying this movie for like pretty much all of it whenever he was on screen, and he's not on screen that much. He's maybe got a few more minutes of screen time here than he did in the first movie. But yeah, I was genuinely not liking this movie for a while, and then it started picking up, and then I found myself laughing, sometimes actually pretty hard, a few jokes here and there. And by the time the film finished, I walked out feeling kind of weird, where I was like, it was entertaining. I had fun for like most of it, but I still like kept feeling like, yeah, but it's not good. Like it was genuinely not good for like a good chunk of it. And it took a long time to get to where it was going. And even then, the movie feels kind of messy overall. Very, very inconsistent, very all over the place. Some of it still works. It is still weird. It is still quirky. But yeah, I felt like a lot of it really just fell apart for me.
Yeah, I have to agree with quite a lot of that. Michael Keane is great. Catherine O'Hara is great. I don't think
I love Dafoe, dude. Oh no.
I felt.
We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get to that a little later. Willem Dafoe is great. I don't really think his character was all that necessary.
No. Here's the thing, off the bat, and I'm sure most of you heard this before. Monica Bellucci and Willem Dafoe's characters did not need to be in this movie, period.
No.
Not at all. And we will definitely get into why. Are they good? They're all great. But as you were saying, it just
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you in terms of like jokes not landing, because Catherine O'Hara had me cracking up.
Really?
But the movie for me just felt. I agree it was messy. There was a lot going on, and I felt like the resolutions were super fucking easy. Like we get Jenna Ortega's plot, and that's solved very quickly, like with minimal effort.
Yeah. And the way they went about it, it was like they were rushing it a little bit.
It felt
I don't know.
it
felt rushed. Like the exposition was just like every line was exposition. There was no time to just breathe and live in that plot arc that was happening.
All of the plot arcs felt very rushed.
Yeah.
Like
it
every
was like,
single one. The whole Beetlejuice, his like, not the main one with Lydia, but his like side thing. Like I felt like that could have been removed from the film and it'd be the same fucking movie.
Yeah, it would literally be the exact same movie.
And then the whole
it just feels like a lot of plot lines were just thrown on the wall, and they were like, "We have a bunch of ideas."
Yeah,
they're just mushing them together.
I wouldn't say it's a bad movie. I just don't think it's a good one.
Sounds like a bad movie.
It's like, it's like
you know what it is? It's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just fine.
It's okay. It's fine. I wouldn't be mad to watch it again.
No.
But like, I'm not going to watch it again. If someone's like, "Hey, do you want to throw this on?" I'd be like, "All right, why not?" But it's not something. It's not a movie I will be thinking about in a couple of days.
No. Yeah, it was one where like I ended up seeing it earlier than you, and I know you guys were planning on trying to go see it over Halloween Horror Nights weekend again, and I'm also low key. I was like, but I didn't go see it because I did not want to go back and spend money on that movie again. Yeah, it's just one of those where I hate to say it, it just I'm sure that wasn't their intention was to make a cash grab, at least not Tim Burton's intention. Warner Brothers is a whole other fucking ballpark. But that's exactly what this feels like. It's just a cash grab. It's literally, it's got an kind of original story. I mean, it fairly is, but it's not that interesting of a story compared to the first one. Someone described it online the best. You had something.
I do, and I'm trying to figure out how to.
Oh god. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
No, someone was saying that while the first movie, it felt like the plot was just happening, like things were kind of just moving the plot forward and stuff like that. Like you were always discovering something. Like I don't know what it is. Like the story in the first one felt a little more simple and condensed, and it felt fun, like going from scene to scene, seeing like as this plot like unfolded, and it was always so unpredictable. It was always so, it felt fresh, and even compared to most movies today, it still feels fresh. Whereas this one, it takes its time setting up so many plot points, and you kind of already have an idea where a lot of these plot points are kind of going anyway. At least I did. And it takes so long to get there that it feels like you can feel this movie dragging its feet. And then it takes a long time, like an hour in, before the movie actually decides, hey, we're going to have fun with this world and all this like material and stuff we're setting up now. But then it takes breaks in between these moments to be like, oh, wait, we got to wrap up this little plot line. Oh, wait, we got to wrap up this little plot line. Oh, wait, we still need Beetlejuice to do this. And it's just like, you feel, I don't know, I felt the movie just dragging, and then it would run, and then it starts stumbling again, and then it'd run again, and then it would just keep doing that until it ended.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I think we should just go to spoilers now. I don't know about you.
I was gonna say. I was about to say. Delving into spoiler territory here.
Let's for those who don't want to be spoiled and for some reason are listening to this, if you're a fan of the movie, watch it on a matinee. Don't rush out to see it. In my opinion. But if you already decided you're gonna watch it, you're not even paying attention to this review, so you've already seen it. But yeah, it's a fun time, I guess. For majority of it, you're not gonna hate it. If you wanted to take like family, go with some friends, whichever, you're gonna have a fun time, especially since it's like Halloween season. Go check it out. We're gonna delve into spoilers now. What were you gonna say?
The whole storyline with Jenna Ortega meeting this guy and he's a ghost.
Yeah. To me, the most interesting plot line.
To me,
until it's not.
No, because you know what it is?
What's it?
It's Wednesday's storyline.
What do you mean?
In the show,
right?
Wednesday falls for this guy and he turns out to be the monster who's been killing everybody.
Oh. Yeah. Except it's done way better there.
It is done better. It is, because you feel a little bit more the chemistry. They had no chemistry in this movie.
No,
and it's very fucking rushed.
Yeah. I have to say too, I love Jenna Ortega so much. She's not that good here. I don't think she's bad, but she doesn't. I don't know. It feels like she's kind of like.
I don't think it's that she's not good. I just think her character is just not. written super great. There's not much for her to do. Like,
There's not, and it kind of feels like she's high half the time with delivering her lines, at least in the first half. Like, because she's like trying to do that thing where she's not doing showing not much emotion or anything like that.
And that's why,
I
like,
don't-
I felt like I was watching a loose version of Wednesday. And the storyline with this guy that she falls for, who turns out to be evil, like, just felt like Wednesday. And that was kind of what bugged me about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Mainly because I guess I don't know. I wasn't that crazy about the first season of Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just me. I don't think it's a bad show. I think that show's a lot better than this movie for sure. But yeah, maybe I don't know. I just didn't really put that connection together. But for this movie, in context of like the multiple plots going on, I found this to be the most interesting. It was the one that hooked me. It was one that I saw coming, especially when they go to the house to hang out and you don't see the parents' faces. And
Absolutely.
Like, I was like, so they're all dead, right?
Yeah.
And my friend next to me, Rocky, she was like, "Nah, I think it's just the parents." I'm like, "No, they're all dead. This is like, ain't no way. Look at this dude's room. He's got '90s posters up. Come on now." like, so, and then that was interesting, and I liked where it was going, but it started feeling rushed when he started doing the heavy exposition of like what's happening and what to do and all this stuff, and she's just kind of like accepting it, like, "Oh wow, all right," not even a moment of process. And then like a second later, he's like, "Come to the underworld with me," and then they go. And then like 2-3 scenes later, it's wrapped up really quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, this isn't the plot of the movie." I wasn't thinking it was the best plot, but I thought it was definitely the most interesting compared to like what was going on with Monica Bellucci's character and Willem Dafoe's character.
Oh.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe. I thought he was my favorite new character to come into this world, honestly. I liked the idea of an actor who died and now he's pretending to be a cop. I think that's just funny to me. Granted, oh no, my light died. Hold on one second. Technical difficulties galore. All right. It'll be all right. It looks a little weird, but we're going to work with it. Yeah, Willem Dafoe's character, dude, he made me laugh a lot. I liked his design. I liked his weirdness. It was the type of stuff that I was enjoying the most out of this movie, especially with him and Michael Keaton, the way they bounced off each other. They were having me rolling laughing, honestly. Is it a lot of the same joke over and over again? Yeah, but I don't know. I thought he was so good here. It was just refreshing to kind of see Willem Dafoe have fun with his characters for once. Not that he doesn't have fun, but this is like the one where he can let the most loose and get all weird and quirky. So I was really digging it. He was really, really cool. And I like the idea that he's a detective in the underworld, still like investigating murders. I thought that was a like neat little concept because Monica Bellucci's character is going around looking for Beetlejuice, and she turns out to be a soul sucker, which she's sucking the souls of the already dead, and there's no coming back, which to me is pretty intriguing. I just wish they went into this more, but they don't, because Monica Bellucci is going around, and you know she's really, really good. She's fine as hell. And she's just like hopping around killing people like a slasher villain. And I'm like, this is cool. It kind of just goes away. And I'm just like, okay, like, what the hell? Like, honestly, when she came back on screen by the end, I completely forgot she was even in the movie. I was like, oh shit.
Her plot is resolved very easily and very, like, not only does Jenna Ortega's character resolve that plot, she resolves Lydia's plot as well. because all from the the handbook for the recently deceased,
Yeah.
and it's like not even 2 minutes that she's able to do it. Like she read all of
Yeah.
that within. She picks up the book and she finds two loopholes
Yeah.
to these problems in a matter of seconds. Like,
Yeah. I look. I know this movie is not supposed to be taken seriously,
yes,
but there's a limit.
it's it's just everything is
That right
resolved.
there, I was like, that was fast.
Everything is resolved too fucking easily.
Yeah, like the script is bad, dude. I'm sorry. Like the directing is solid. The production design is great. The acting is, top notch for what it is. Everyone's bringing their A game. But the writing just tanks this movie, like, really, really bad. And it's like, I mean, thank God you have at least actors that are committing and they're making it entertaining and they're having fun with it. Like you can tell everyone was at least having a good time making this movie again.
Yeah.
That's a positive. But yeah, there's a lot of weird shit that happens. Oh, and let's get to the husband, Charles Dietz, the one that passes away because the actor is a PDF file, if you catch my drift, in real life. And they just, I guess they had to find a way to keep him in there. I don't know why they spent so much trying to keep him in on there. They could have just done the same thing, killing him off. And I guess some bits they had here and there were like funny for the most part. Like the animation scene where like it's just super extensive of how he crashes, the claymation, and then he gets beaten by a shark. I was like, I mean, that was cool to see, but I didn't think they were gonna drag it on and make it a whole little running side gag throughout the movie. Like, oh, he's just running around without a top half. He's just literally roaming.
Yeah.
That's it. I was like, he didn't have to be here this long, but all right, I guess he is. And then there's that plot line with her dad, which was nice, I guess, but even then, that doesn't have much time for things to go with it. Like there's a point where they bring up that like where Jenna Ortega brings up to Winona Ryder, like, why can't you see dad? And she's like, oh, I don't know how these powers work. And then when they see him, I thought we were going to get an explanation, but we don't.
Yeah, we never get an explanation for that.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. You got to see him get out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's there's so many.
I think this could have been a great follow-up. I think it had the potential to be a very good movie.
Could have been.
I think there were too many moving parts.
Too many moving parts. It's like one of those sequel things where like a lot of people think bigger means better. It doesn't. The first one, it worked because it was weird, but it was simple. And this is so convoluted, so much going on. I can't honestly understand how they saw this and they were like, yeah, that's perfect. Like they should have, for 30 years in the making, you'd think they would have cut it down. I'm sorry. Like, yeah. I know making a movie is hard, but it should have been obvious from the get-go this was not it. And it's a shame because everyone is having such a good time making this movie, and you can tell on screen. Especially Michael Keaton, dude. I feel like I haven't talked too much about him. He's so good here. He really is. He has a lot of the best bits. He has a lot of the best lines. He's in it a little bit more. He is an employee in this world, and I don't know how, and I don't know why. The movie doesn't care to explain that either, of like how he got that position 30 years in between these movies. And he's in charge of these shrunken head dudes, which there's more of them now. There was only one in the first. Now there's a shit ton of them running around everywhere. Which, by the way, justice for Bob. He did not deserve what happened to him in this movie.
What happened to the ones who got out into the real world?
Oh my God, you're right. They're just running around.
They never
Is there a
fix that up.
post-credit scene? I'm gonna see if there's a post-credit scene with them, like, I don't know, doing something stupid or something. Nope, there's nothing. That's just it's gone. Yeah, that's weird. They left my poor boy Bob alone. Damn. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going wrong with this movie. And it's kind of one of those things now where the more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, damn, I really don't like this. This is like but it's like you said, it's one of those where like if it was on TV, I'm not gonna hate it. Like it'll be fine. Um yeah, I don't know. My thoughts are kind of all over on this one, but yeah, it's just like the plot threads are everywhere. Only one I found really, really interesting, and only for it to go nowhere. Uh, and yeah, the acting is good, but nothing else, not much else is going on that I can like be like go see like where it makes it worth like go seeing it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't got much. I mean, yeah, I really don't have many positives. Oh, the singing sequence is pretty cool. I had fun with that, where the it's like a play on the Deo scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they're doing that. That sequence was cool and all. It goes on a little too long, in my opinion. I don't know why they did the whole damn song. I
Yeah.
was like, all right, you can cut it out now. um, and then yeah, it just gets resolved rather quickly, and just sort of ends. And I think they try leaving it open for a third movie.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what they would do with a third movie, but you know what? I feel like this movie's gonna make so much money that it does not matter. They're gonna figure it out. They're gonna do Beetlejuice, 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 and then just wrap this unnecessarily trilogy up. But I hope that's not the case. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, I was hating on this before this movie even released. I was hating on this when this movie got announced. And I will say this, it's better than what I thought it would have been.
Hmm.
But that's why, because I went in super low expectations. So I can only imagine you, who you were actually kind of looking forward to this, being like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. I get not like, oh hell no, like it. I didn't walk out mad or anything. I was just like, I was disappointing.
Yeah.
Like,
It sucks. But you know what? It's still. I mean, I'm sure you and like Emma and everyone else, you all had fun with some of it. Like you laughed
yeah,
probably a few bits here and there, you know. Like you were saying also with Catherine O'Hara, you were laughing at a lot of her stuff. I wasn't laughing too much at her stuff, but most of her lines did crack me up. Like the moose line and stuff like that had me laughing.
yeah,
Um, yeah, overall, this is just rather a dull sequel. I don't really got much else to say about it except that if you're a fan of the first, you're probably not gonna like this much, but you won't hate it either. It's one of those where like it'll go on Max and it'll probably do a lot better there than it will in the theater.
hmm,
And who knows? I mean, people will probably like put these two together back to back for marathons around the holiday season. So, what's your final score on this film?
I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, same here. That's me being nice. I wanted to go 5, and I was like, okay, but I did laugh pretty hard at this, and it looks amazing. And the acting isn't the worst. I didn't even talk about Winona Ryder. What's up with her hair, man? Been 30 years. I think she would change the style. I'm just saying.
How would we know she's Lydia Deans?
Yeah. um. Yeah, that's my review on her. What's with the hair? I don't know what else. I don't know what else to do with that one. It's like I just saw it. I was like, oh no. All right, I guess they're keeping it the same. And then her manager is creepy as hell, Justin Theroux.
Yeah,
And I was like, I did not laugh any of his bits.
No.
And it sucks because Justin Theroux is such a good actor, and I found him very funny in a lot of stuff before. So that was the one where I was the most confused. I'm like, dude, he's not working at all. I don't know if he was miscast or like this, or like I don't know, the directing was a problem, and he was just overplaying it. But I don't know. He just didn't work for me, which sucked. Am I missing anyone else? Oh, shout out to Danny DeVito for his cameo. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was like I got super excited for that. And to me, I was like, that is Frank Reynolds when he dies. And It's Always Sunny. This is where he ends up. He's doing Charlie's job the whole time. In my opinion, that's where he ends up. So that was a fun little fan moment for me. But other than that, yeah, this movie 6 out of 10. There's nothing else I can say about it. But yeah, I think that's just gonna do it for this review. Unless you got anything else.
Nope.
All right. What other movies do we have coming out? I really cannot think of them at the moment, except for Terrifier 3 and Night Bitch, which is more of just a horror comedy. More comedy than horror, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't. The trailer.
It's labeled as a horror. It's labeled as a horror comedy. The book's labeled as a horror comedy. I'm just gonna be like, it's in there. But other than that, I have no idea what else is coming out. But we're definitely gonna have to do the what?
We'll get back to you.
We'll get back to you on that. But this has been a review for Beetlejuice. What did you think of the movie? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you in the middle? Do you just fucking hate Tim Burton? A lot of people do. I hate him, but
I don't think he's done anything like bad.
Nah, man. I've heard stories. Yeah, like I heard he like grabbed a baby and just like screamed at it for like an hour straight.
I mean, who hasn't though?
I was like, Hollywood, baby, that's how it is. Well, did you like the movie? What did you think? Comment down below. Let us know. Hit that like button and subscribe to us. Once again, I am Jerry.
I'm Brandon, I guess.
You are for now. Until the next one. Stay spooky.